Okay, we're going to start by just taking a couple of breaths in, connecting to aquamarine, crystal, gas, light, moving down into a liquid, light, pre-matter form, down through the body, and just like you're taking a shower in this pre-matter light. It's going to take it in and just wash it through the entire system. And we're just going to wash it in to the universal tree of life with a liquid crystal light cleanse. Taking it through sphere 12, sphere 11, sphere 10, into the pre-matter body. Amplifying shields of protection. Down through into the ninth, eighth, and seventh monadic body. Oversoul, na okiokura asnashni ikierasmana yatara yataya. Into the soul body, 6, 5, and 4. Adding layers of protection to the soul body. And down into the physical body, 3, 2, and 1. Symbol codes of magnolia flowers opening through the different layers of the tree of life structure. And as the magnolia flowers open, there's eminence or remnants or rays of magenta to pink hues on the white petals. And we're just going to use that magenta and white to just expand in crystal diamond light. Just lifting out any pain from the pain body. Any confusion, any distortion, any kind of reversal wiring. Because as we lift this, I'm then seeing an overlay of the tree of anti-life, the reversal tree of life. And as we zone into that tree of anti-life, or the reversal Yggdrasil, or the Qliphoth, whatever you want to call it, the Kabbalistic tree of life, the Saturnian tree of life, you just want to start unpicking this AI wave spectrum, this inorganic wave spectrum, from the base structure of the 12 tree grid. Okay. I'm feeling significant attachments in the liver area, held around the 6th sphere, the 8th sphere, and the 9th sphere on the 12 tree grid. And we just want to start unpicking from the 6th. And I'm also being given a grid location, which is the Hadron Collider of Switzerland. I think it's Switzerland. And there is also a temple, the Temple of Apollyon, that is also connected on a line point going down towards the Middle East. I believe it cuts through Greece, but this is kind of like, it feels like it's actually going more so into like Basra. I don't know. Yeah, I'm hearing the word Basra. So it's moving through the Middle East, but there seems to be some kind of energetic charge that's kind of offshooting and running frequency through through this temple, or from this temple through there in a negative sequence. Okay. So let's just grace with the white light of purification, the dove of peace, and the olive branch as symbol codes coming down from the heavens. And as it comes down through the heavens, we've got the imprint of reversal deities that are unlocking through this ley line, through the liver, through the 6th, 8th, and 9th sphere. And in turn, the third eye is starting to unlock. Deep indigo and purple hues with starlight and diamond just beginning to wash through and unlock, and lifting out reversal matte web netting. Removing sheaths from the eyes and veils over the perceptions, unlocking inorganic AI waveform sequencing, hitting reversal fragments or reversal bi-wave patterns through the bioenergetic field. And through the bioelectrical field, so how information, energetic information, is passing through your system is through an electrical current, moving through the central nervous system. I'm just trying to feel this unlock over the heart. and over the crown. Now, one of the significant things within the tree of life, or the reverse tree of life, is the removal of the heart and the removal of the crown. So it sits with a 10 sphere presentation of a tree of life. Okay, so as we're kind of unlocking the covenants, oaths, vows, and agreements, holding this memory sealed out and contained, we release, revoke, and rescind to never ever remember, release it, gain full perspective and full autonomy over your structure, body, and histories. Tightness in the heart begins to unlock. Falsely created timelines through distortion spectrums within Orion, or technology within Orion to achieve this, Yatia Mosmana Okura. With a multi-locational agenda that Yatora Atiatara Manisna Akura, in which it was to degress the DNA strands to remove strand 4 and strand 12 Atiatara Manisna Akura by removing the heart and removing the crown, Nayokura Dayatara. Which is connected into the Ruby Sun DNA missions, which is the King Arthur, restorance of the full 12 strand DNA templates. Okay, so I think the question is here, well, what is it that we need to do to bring it back online? Restore Diamond Sun DNA fragments. Na Otiatara Maneshni Kiras Maatia. Okay, so I've asked like where are the locations of these to be found, and the first thing that's coming up is the Antarctica in Halle. And I feel this is actually more so of an instruction set here. And then the second thing I was hearing was the Atlantean cataclysms, Okay. So let's remote down into Calais. Just start unlocking the Stargate. No Okiokura Dayadara. Root chakra, first sphere. Bringing in light. Just start to unlock the history of the Stargate. And it's really weird because here what I'm kind of seeing are collectives of different interdimensional beings kind of stepping forwards and coming out of the Stargate itself as if it's like a scene in history, like I'm watching a kind of movie. And as they're kind of stepping forwards, it's almost as if they're coming together to create some kind of treaty or like a peace treaty, it feels like. Mm. So as this is kind of going on, the next set of scenes I'm kind of seeing coming in is almost like a bit of a massacre or a declaring war on the peace treaty. And then I'm seeing multiple layers of fragmentation of the different races. Okay. And moving through a rapture sequence here, the fragmentation of the races of the 12 tribes, Yatiyatara no Okura, begins to reorder, restructure, and rebuild back together, and heightened levels of bliss, charged love tones move through the body. The whole body is moving into release and replacing the heaviness with almost like ecstasy, if I'm honest. It feels like so ecstatic. Working to repair the base levels, the octahedron, three three octahedron or three diamonds are now presented in front of me, one either side and one in the middle, creating a trinity tri-wave spectrum. As we open the closed biwave structure into a tri-wave formation, and the closed structure turns from grey to open into omnipresent, iridescent, fractalized light hues in many depths and variations, and primal sound reordering. The base sequence, okay, and then I'm seeing the imagery of the diamond of the DNA, double helix DNA presentation, and then it moves into the 12-strand DNA template, and then I'm seeing this multi-layered fractalized expression of the diamond sun moving into the DNA. And setting the precedent for the year ahead. For higher communication into the antiparticle worlds and realms, allow all the fear to lift. And in doing so, the base instructional set begins to reform as if it had been ripped up into 1,000 pieces, now coming back together as a sacred scroll. What's this? Okay, and this, what I'm kind of perceiving this to be, is an absorption of the instructional set. It's also a sacred covenant of rebuilding of the Diamond Sun. The instructional set of base levels of ascension. Okay, and then the next thing I'm seeing coming down here is a rainbow wave spectrum down through the vertical pillar, and an interlocking pink diamond template field that's sitting around the background. Just allow this imagery just to appear and absorb the colors in. The longer you can hold your focus on this imagery is the more it's going to allow the change to happen through your system. And in doing so, holding the imagery and just working with the breath coming in and coming out of it, the light body, the physical body, and the layers to you should be becoming a lot lighter. You want to download the understanding from source as to how to navigate the instructional set with the knowing and the ease, and just to align this to do so. Allowing any exhaustion to filter through the system, particularly that over the high heart. Okay, the next scene we're coming to is the Atlantean cataclysm, the third, or the end times of Atlantis. Oh no, okay, not the end time. That will play into this as well, but we're looking into the, I think it's the either the first or the second cataclysm of Atlantis, which essentially is where a network of crystal pylons within a crystal cave had been used as a you replaced with a false crystal technology which caused explosions by negative beings. And what I'm kind of seeing within that as well is a layer of genetic genetic distortion within the human genome. Right. So through the big explosions, through the mass terror things, the terror events that happened, the fragmentation of organic DNA structures began to recomposite and reform and mutate effectively. So we can tune into that race memory. We're kind of seeing it play out again now with different world events, and particularly that over the past 3 years. You'll get my drift with that one. And we want to just start to observe reform, bring in white light, bring in divine source connection, and just begin to heal the repair, repairing the time vector codes and the fire letter sequencing. Yagura diadrania not most mokiakura diadrashk. Kuria karakarakia karakarakia. Gakia karasna akia karataya mu onu muno yamuno oshni u yakura daya. Restoring magnetic bass tones. We also want to, as okay, so as this is opening as well and purifying the DNA strands, we're then also going into the memory fields and just starting to pull back the essence. We want to start to reintegrate those parts of you. And lifting out the layers of shock. Resurrecting the vertical pillar from these nodal points and kind of timelines. So as this begins to resurrect and flashes with encryption, creating the pillar to back to source, or the pillar to the grand central sun, not to the grand central sun, through to vertical alignment. It connects into the source field and then runs bioelectrical source currents down into the memory, into the time zones, which creates a stabilization for the architecture, a stabilization for the field and the bioorganism at that time. White diamond platinum crystal light. And through that, it's allowing the levels of shock to subside and move through the system, move out of the chakra system. Where the heart begins to rotate, click, and reset. And then I just get a feeling of nauseousness coming over the body. Okay, really good. All the body's starting to unlock and reset. High fear, high pressure, unlocking, releasing. Body moving into parasympathetic state. And we want to just start rebuilding back the heart field. Yadurama ashni neakarasni ishniakura. On the fourth strand, Yadurama atyaborashnasna yagunane. Okay, so we just connect into the breath and just see the recomposition of the strands of the strand, and also an influx of emerald and yellow light. Correcting the dimensional waveforms and wave bands, Yadiyamosmono Okura, of the manifestation template, the universal tree of life, flash with encryption. And in doing so, I'm seeing as it flashes, layers of heavy rock face begin to break away from the tree of life, revealing a diamond layer. We're sitting in observation as we watch the transformation and feel the deep seated fear unlock through the system, bridging the base light architecture to run through to higher streams of communication into the antiparticle worlds. fission and fusion and interdimensional history and consciousness moving through the tree branches or the tree lines to gift back the information into the conscious presence or the mental body morphogenetic fields as access yada yada harmonious naokora. We see the tree and the caduceus with two golden serpents rising through it. And at the same time, we have rainbow pastel iridescent light snakes circling around the tree as a symbol of wisdom, the architecture of the divine, or the spirit animals of the wisdom keepers passing through the branches. Cleansed and aligned to the Christ tones, Christalla, harmonic interchange, tree of life restoration, updating through all fields, updating through all localized grids, reintegrate the soul essence trapped through time and space or held within time and space, particularly that of the time codes that we went to today, which was Halle Stargate in Antarctica and the Atlantean cataclysms of the crystal pylons exploding in the end time. Naokiokora Tayatranan Mashmana Yokora. Update through all fields, update through all localized grids, and move to seal forward now through all levels of layers of light, through all bodies and through the breath of the divine I am. Thank you all so much for joining today. I'll just stop the recording now.